Hey PTBO Canada, this is David Bui here, and welcome to another edition of Hometown PTBO. We are here at the venue, and they're teaming up with PTBO Strong to bring you a benefit concert for Right to Heal Peterborough, and it's gonna be big. So Peterborough, I hope you're ready to rock and roll our night and party every day here on September 7th, because we're bringing in Kiss tribute band Destroyer here to play at it, and I have Star Child lead singer Ian Kurz. Ian, thank you so much for being here today.
Awesome to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And Destroyer, what a fantastic album by Kiss. It's what you've named the band after, and it's got one of my favorite songs, Detroit Rock City, on
Mine
there.
too, mine too. Absolutely.
You also had God of Thunder on there as well, another fantastic song, and Shout It Out Loud. So it's fantastic album that came out there in the late
A lot of the
70s.
best ones, I agree. we do most of them.
Yeah, of course. And I've definitely heard some of your footage of you playing a couple of those songs. So you guys are pretty much all like very close to the real thing here. So what made you get with the Destroyer band?
It's a long story. First of all, I've been doing it since 2013, so I've probably played some 500 or 600 shows with the band now in that time. And I was in a band in Peterborough, leading up to that. You get the usual, being in a band is like being married and whatnot, and you kind of natter at each other. The band blows up, and next thing you know, you're looking for people. And I just decided at that time that, if I keep spinning my wheels with the same people, I'm going to end up with the same results every time. So I went to Toronto, and prior to joining Destroyer, I was doing, I joined a Van Halen tribute band called 5150. I was doing the Sammy Hagar part there, was doing Scorpions at the same time, was doing Nickelback at the same time. And I was actually just perusing Kijiji one night, and they were looking for a guitar player, an ace character for, Kiss tribute band.
Yep.
And so I thought, I'm going to reach out. So I reached out and gave all my experience. So we ended up having a chat, and Mo is the guy who runs the band. And anyway, and he's been doing it, like we're on a 30th anniversary tour now, right? So he reached out to me, and he said, well, basically, he goes, I just filled the ace spot, but I'm always looking for a good Paul Stanley. And so I was going to try out for the band as a sub. They had a guy back in those days. And for whatever reason, it just wasn't working out for everybody and whatnot. And Steve, the guy who was there before me, he had to leave the band. And right around Christmas time of 2012, Mo phoned me and he says, hey, listen, the spot is still open, but we're looking for a full-time guy now if you're interested. And we are playing the Calgary Stampede Grandstand show this year. So, and so, I played maybe 5 or 6 shows, went out to Calgary, playing to 25,000 people a night out there, learning how to walk in those ridiculous boots. And it was, and it's just been an experience ever since, actually. We have, we get some shows that are quieter, but by and large, we do more big shows than I would say just about any tribute band in Canada. We're certainly the longest running Kiss tribute band, and by all accounts, the hardest working Kiss tribute band too. So
I was going to say that you guys are made it pretty big for you, a big name for yourself all across the country right now. As you said, the Calgary Stampede, you've been to the CNE as well. So there's some big venues that you've played around here with Destroyer. So with being able to play in so many different tribute bands, and with Kiss, they're so visually appealing with all the face paint, the costumes, the pyrotechnics that happen.
It comes to life, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is what happens with that show,
how does it feel getting that experience to kind of do the same things that the rest of the Kiss members get to do, is get to put on that cool makeup and really go out there and perform for hundreds of thousands of fans?
It's like being in Kiss. It's just like being in Kiss, and people, hey Paul, hey Ace, hey Gene, their fans are so, I call them crazy. They're just so crazy about the band, and they range in age, actually, from 5 years old to 75 years old. The older people remember the Kiss in the 70s and whatnot. The young kids are loving Kiss from Scooby-Doo. They're on there and that kind of thing. And we're making friends everywhere because of it. So we just spent this last weekend traveling. We played Yonge and Dundas Square down in Toronto, which was fabulous. The stage is awesome, the sound is awesome, the thousands of people is awesome. Then we flew the next morning, like 4 hours later or whatever, to Thunder Bay, and then we played the Canadian Lakehead exhibition up there to another probably 3,000 people, and then flew home. And so now I'm recuperating.
So you've definitely been mistaken for the actual Kiss band itself, right?
Well, yeah, we have been, actually. When we played in Calgary at the Stampede, we would have people coming, because that was the year actually that they had the big flood. And so we would have people coming up to us and they'd be like, oh man, thank you guys so much for coming to this city. And not even, I don't think that they realized, or people, would be visiting from some other country and they're like crying because they get to meet you or whatever. It's like, I'm just Ian.
Well, I guess that means you're doing a really good job then if you're impersonating them so well as a tribute band that they're mistaking you for it. So I know a lot of your members are kind of based out in Windsor. So
That's correct.
I'm fair enough. I'm certain that you guys have played a number of shows in Windsor, but now you, as a Peterborough native, you actually get to come here to perform right in front of the hometown crowd here in Peterborough on September 7th. It's going to be a big show here in support of Right to Heal PTBO, a big deal right now. So how does it feel knowing that you get to come here to the venue and perform in front of your hometown audience here as your band Destroyer?
I'm always looking forward to playing in Peterborough. My friends are always reaching out to me. They're always saying, hey man, let me know when you guys are going to be playing in town. I'm going to be there. I've done that. I've been reminding people on Facebook and all my socials that the show was coming up. September 7th is when it's happening here. I'm telling you, if you want to see the best, most authentic Kiss show in the country without seeing Kiss, then it's got to be us. We take all our choreography, how do you say that word? Choreography from them, all the stage moves and everything like that. We don't do fire anymore. There's a whole story behind that. But anyway, we don't do fire anymore. And but we do the blood. So you do got to come and check it out.
So when Tim Burke from PTBO Strong kind of reached out to you and said, hey, do you want to play this benefit concert for Right to Heal, what made you decide to agree and do the show?
Oh, it's a no-brainer. For me personally, mental health is just a cause that I really, really believe in. I've seen it affect my friends, my family, the people that I work with. It always affected me in my job as a union rep when I was working. And I just really believe that if we could fix the mental health problem that we see around us, that so many other problems will go away with it, from addiction to alcoholism to fighting to just misbehaving in general. I think it would fix a lot of that stuff, and I believe that. And so for me, it's a no-brainer. So.
Well, what a great thing that you guys are doing for Peterborough here, especially with the mental health crisis that we've had here, especially in Peterborough. So it's nice to see that you guys are finding a way to contribute and help to that, to kind of help take that down a little bit there. So thank you again for doing this. And
absolutely.
We hope you guys are going to rock it on September 7th here at the venue, and hope you save Detroit Rock City for me, as that's my favorite Kiss song.
It will be the third song, so be there.
All right. All right. Well, thank you so much, Ian, for joining us here.
Thank you, man.
I hope you guys rock it.
And
don't forget to see Destroyer here at the venue on September 7th.
September 7th, you're going to rock and roll all night.
Absolutely. So thanks for joining us, and thank you for watching PTBO.
Thank you for watching Hometown PTBO, brought to you by CIBC, Pile Wealth Advisory.